I'm an animal research facility manager. I'm responsible for the management of 15 different buildings that have animal facilities in them. I'm responsible for hiring a qualified staff whom I can train and trust to do a good job on the day-to-day care and feeding and observation of the animals. We have what we would call a conventional rodent facility. We have a research farm that houses just about anything you would find in a barnyard. We also have ferrets. We have pigs, sheep, cats, dogs, rabbits, guinea pigs, you name it. So in the course of a day, any facility operations manager would need to know how to work with any of the different species and also how to manage the buildings that these animals are housed in.
We're also having some renovations.
In my training to come into this position, I learned a lot about what is required to keep our facilities compliant with the guide for the care and use of laboratory animals. So intermittently I'll make tours of the facilities, and I usually take the operations manager with me that is responsible for that particular building. Sometimes I will do spot checks on the cages. Look for problems. We don't usually find them, but if we do, we identify them and develop a way to address them so they're rectified quickly. Most of my day is spent in my office at the vivarium, but today was one of the days where I needed to make a trip to the farm. On a typical day, I will talk to operations managers, to facility mechanics, we call them engineering and operations. I'll talk to the husbandry supervisors, the animal care staff, my bosses, clinical veterinarians, designers. I will talk to investigators, which we refer to as researchers, make sure they have enough space for housing the animals, making sure that we have the food, the correct food when the animals come in, and the correct caging for them. Hi Scott, this is Peg. I've got an investigator who is interested in ventilated caging but wants to have a cage that's got... It can be a dirty job at times. If you don't love animals, don't get into it. It's a job that I love and I take pride in. I like to think that I'm helping the investigators. I like to think that I'm helping the animal care staff who is coming in at the entry level. I'm hoping that they're going to see that I love my job, and I'm hoping that they'll want to move up through the ranks and maybe be a facility manager someday. The most economical route that a person could take to be an animal research facility manager would be to get a bachelor's degree in an animal science or a biological science. They also would have to go through all the different levels of certification that the American Association for Laboratory Animal Science offers, such as an assistant laboratory animal technician, laboratory animal technologist, and then once you get to the part where you're going to become a manager, usually you will be required to sit the CMAR examination, which is a Certified Manager of Animal Resources.